What's up, FA Nation? It is time for another edition of Thursday Night Football. And we're going to get to your start sit questions tonight. There's a lot going on. There's tonight's game, which has a lot of questions around it. And then we have two Saturday games. So we do know we need to address a lot of stuff. And then, of course, Sundays. And if you're still watching at this point, I'm assuming you've made it to the playoffs. So congratulations. I am joined by our number one NFL ranker, the guy that is the definitive answer to all your questions, Adam Ronis. What's up, Adam?
What's going on? Of course, we can't go into a semifinal week here in week 15 without some stress and a lot of people agonizing over their decisions, who to start, who to sit. I have a lot of injuries, so we'll do the best we can to make sure that you get those W's.
Yeah, so let's just get right to it. So first off, we've got a lot of, conflicting reports this morning. First, it was Mike Williams is almost certainly not going to play. Then it was Keenan Allen is probably not going to play. And even if he does going to play, he's going to be limited. And now it turns out they are both officially active. Adam Schefter says they're both going to be on a snap count. Adam, how are you dealing with both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams for tonight?
Yeah, I think Mike Williams, you don't have to play. He's usually a boom bust option anyway. It is a good matchup. Love the talent, but I'd be more concerned with him, especially since the reports were doubtful and he left last week's game. And he's a guy that has been prone to injury a little bit. So with him, I don't even think you risk it. Keenan Allen is more tricky because we know how great Keenan Allen is. He has a good matchup. They're saying it's a hamstring issue. I think I've heard him say it was a back. But he's out there warming up. I see him out there right now, and he looks okay. This is one of those situations where, how much risk do you want to take? I know it's a playoff week, so it really comes down to your alternatives. I have him ranked wide receiver 20 right now, so way lower than he would have been because he easily would have been a wide receiver 1 in this matchup. We have seen the target share go down a little bit since Austin Eckler's been back. They've been targeting Austin Eckler a ton, and he's active too, in case anyone was wondering. But we have seen Keenan Allen's target share go down. Now, he still put up very good numbers, and we know what he can do in a PPR league. He has double-digit targets in 4 straight games. I mean, look at the targets over the last 4, 11, 11, 10, and 19. So he gives you that high floor. Yeah. He's scored a touchdown in every game.
I believe he still has the most targets on the season of all wide receivers.
Yeah, 144, and he has 7 touchdowns in the last 8 games. 6 in the last 7. So he's putting up numbers. The one game he didn't score was when they were shut out against New England. So it's hard to sit him, but it really comes down. There's no clear-cut answer here, and we've gone over these injuries. You have to decide, is Keenan Allen my best option? And you also have to understand that maybe first play, he gets hurt, or he makes it through the game. Maybe he's not limited. We heard that Austin Eckler was on a snap count his first game back. That proved to be incorrect. So
that's right.
A lot of it is kind of gut instinct and also what your other options are. So I don't have any situations where I have Keenan Allen to draw a comparison. I had Keenan Allen in 1 league this year, and that team's been eliminated. But right now I have Keenan Allen right around wide receiver 20. But you might start him over some of the guys I have ranked 15 to 19.
I agree. So let's play a game. Sometimes I do things like this to help me make decisions. So what were Keenan Allen's numbers last week?
He had 9 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown.
Okay. So let's say he's on a snap count. Let's say he gets half that this week. That would be about 25 yards, half a chance at a touchdown, and 5 catches, let's say. So that would be worth how many points? About 10 points, 10 or 11 points PPR, right?
Yeah, which is okay for a receiver.
So, right. Would you rather start him? Let's say you think he can get you 10 or 11 points, or Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
Oh, I'm starting Keenan Allen. I mean, MVS easily has a low floor. MVS can get 0. So I would go Keenan Allen there. The other thing, too, though, with the snap count, first of all, we don't know if it's true, but if it is, he's probably going to be in near the red zone most of the time.
Right. So that's my thing. Like, I kind of feel like if you have Keenan Allen and he's playing, you're probably going to play him, that you shouldn't outthink yourself. Obviously, this could be wrong, but I'm leaning 80% of the time to starting Keenan Allen, unless you give me an option and I did get this option, I'm worried about Keenan Allen. I'm thinking about starting Tyler Lockett over him. Okay, yeah. maybe it's okay to start Tyler Lockett over Keenan Allen. But if you're giving me options.
This is from a Chargers beat writer. Now, again, it doesn't mean much, but Daniel Popper, who covers the Chargers for the Athletic, said, "This is my one and only fantasy take for tonight. Bench Keenan Allen at your own risk." So this is a guy who's watching him, maybe talk to some people.
All right.
Again, it could be not. He could be completely wrong.
Could be nothing. Could be nothing. But my gut says play Keenan Allen tonight. And you have to make your own decisions. Like Adam said, we're here to give you our advice and tell you what we would do, but it's still not our team. Ultimately, the decision is in your hands. And friends, we can't predict that there's going to be 90 points put up in a Baltimore-Cleveland game. Things like that, those things happen. Things happen. You got to follow your gut. If you have been riding Keenan Allen this far to a fantasy championship, I just don't see how you can bench him. He's been about as steady as they can come. And that's how I feel. But everybody's going to do your own risk, and we will take your comparisons. Please give us who you're thinking starting over him. Austin Eckler, any concern?
Here's the thing: is no one really knows. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have the full information, so you're kind of making an educated guess here. And there are going to be people who say start him and they're going to look smart, or people will say bench him and they look smart. We don't know what the outcome is going to be. We've been through this. We were talking pre-show. This happened about a month and a half ago with Aaron Jones. And I said, look, if you have Aaron Jones, I'm starting him in most instances. And I had him ranked like, RB10, RB11. He didn't have an explosive game, but he had 20 touches. If I would have told you before that game Aaron Jones is going to get 20 touches, you would start him. So there's definitely risk with Keenan Allen. He could go out there on his first route and pull up lane. He also could finish the game, and especially he runs a lot of short routes too. It's not like this is a guy that's running 50 yards down the field.
Right.
If he knows his body and he knows which way he's going, he might be able to get through this. So he's ranked lower than usual. Again, right, low wide receiver 2. But I wouldn't be like Jen brought up MVS. I'm not playing him over Keenan Allen. And if he goes out and has a big game, I'm not going to regret it. I'll be like, you know what? I made the right decision at the time, because we've seen MVS have small floors where he drops passes and does nothing. So don't make an insane decision taking someone who just has a real low floor as well. If you have Keenan Allen and, say, Justin Jefferson, yeah, you can play Jefferson over him.
Yeah, that's the situation. Exactly.
Yeah, so it really depends who you're comparing him to. There's no absolute start Keenan Allen for sure, bench Keenan. It depends on what you have. It also depends on your risk. And I know people do not want to take risk in a playoff week. I understand that.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into some questions. We're going to get a bunch of Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert questions. So let's just go ahead and get to them. Herbert or Ben? Kind of worried about rep counts on Allen and Williams. Aren't we all? Are you starting Big Ben or Justin Herbert?
I'm going to Herbert. Ben hasn't been playing well. He hasn't been taking deep shots down the field. The offense hasn't looked the same. I know they're going against the Bengals, and I think he could have a good game. But Herbert's going against the Raiders. They have 4 defenders out, and Herbert still can put up numbers. I mean, he's throwing the ball a lot. I mean, his yards per attempt have gone down. Yeah. But I'm playing Herbert in this situation.
I've been getting this specific question a lot about Herbert versus Ben. The matchup is so good for Big Ben versus Cincinnati. And I even have this debate myself in one of my leagues. I'm going Herbert. And let me tell you the final reason why that just ices the cake for me. I don't want to wait till Monday night and find out that Big Ben isn't playing or this game is changed because of COVID and everything changes. I don't want to wait. I know Justin Herbert's playing tonight. I know he's really good. I'm not waiting on a Monday night quarterback and giving myself 0 options. I'm not doing it, not this year, not in 2020. And that's why I'm going to answer Herbert if you ask me anything about this tonight's quarterbacks versus someone like Big Ben. Even though I really do like Big Ben, I don't want to take the risk. At least I have Sunday games in between.
No, that's true. I mean, we kind of don't really think like that, but I think with COVID you do. And Pittsburgh has already had several cases of COVID. So, it sounds like, oh, well, that's not going to happen. It could. I mean, we've seen it. And as we get later in the season, we're seeing more cases. So
now we see James Bradbury's out. That changes everything for the Giants game to me. That changes all of it.
For me, it upgrades with Shard Higgins, who I might be playing now in the playoff game because now he doesn't have to face Bradbury.
Right. That's nice. All right. Browns or Ravens defense this week?
You got to go Ravens defense against Jacksonville. I know that they have had some injuries, but I have them ranked higher. They're in the top 3 this week.
Standard League, I need one. Gordon, Aguilar, McKissick, or Kuti?
Let's see.
It's between Aguilar and Kuti for me.
Yeah, McKissick's tough in a non-PPR. Right. And then it was what? Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon.
Aguilar's in a good spot. We've also
really
seen
good spot.
Floor. I mean, the running back is safest, but it's Melvin Gordon, though.
That's the thing. I don't know how much he's going to be sharing with Philip Lindsay. He's got like a 50% chance. I mean, like less of a chance than.
The Buffalo defense doesn't fear me, and I think Denver's going to stay competitive in this game. I'm going to go Melvin Gordon.
Okay, you're going to go Melvin Gordon. I'm going to go Nelson Aguilar.
He gets all the goal line carries.
Is Keenan Allen safe to play? Here we go. If not, I have CeeDee Lamb, Rashad Higgins, or Gabriel Davis. Would you play Lamb,
no.
Higgins, or Davis over Allen?
That's one case where I'm just playing Keenan Allen, and I'm going to live with the results. Because CeeDee Lamb is a good matchup in the slot this week, but Andy Dalton's the quarterback. We've seen CeeDee Lamb's numbers go down. I know Gabriel Davis has scored like every week, but he gets 3 targets.
Right.
Higgins.
And John Brown could be back this week, right?
No, they said he's not.
Okay.
They said today he's not coming back this week. But in that case, I'm playing Keenan Allen. Again, PPR league. I mean, like you said, Keenan Allen could have 5 for 50, 10 points in the PPRs. We want more, obviously, in a playoff week, but that's fine. So I'm playing Keenan Allen. That's one instance where I think you're just getting too cute. So I would go Keenan Allen.
I agree. Standard league, Keenan, Ayuk, or Scary Terry?
In that instance, I'm going Ayuk. I mean, the guy has just put up ridiculous numbers lately. He's ranked as a wide receiver 1 for me this week, which I never thought. They asked me that 3 weeks ago. I'm like, nah, no chance. But the guy's putting up ridiculous numbers.
And Debo?
Yeah. We saw last week 16 targets after Debo left. The Cowboys have given up 22 touchdowns to wide receivers this year, 6 over the last 4 games. Yeah, Brandon, that's a situation where you have good options. I'm going Brandon Ayuk.
Yep, I agree. All right, Kyler or Justin Herbert? I'm going Kyler here.
Yeah, I'm going Kyler Murray with there too. I just got asked that question as well. Kyler Murray bounced back last week, ran a little bit more. So, yeah, I will go with Kyler Murray in that one.
Okay. Will Eckler be limited? I don't really think so. As Adam mentioned, they said when they said he was going to be limited, he wasn't limited. They haven't said so today. But I have Akers as a backup. So would you play Akers or Eckler?
I love Akers this week, but in that situation, I'm going Eckler. We've just seen Herbert really check down to him so much, especially if you're in a PPR. I mean, Eckler's just getting a boatload of targets. So I think it's hurt this offense. I think that's part of the reason why it's not the same. And Herbert's numbers have gone down. It could also be defenses starting to figure them out. He did have the game against Belichick, which I'm throwing out the window. But, yeah, I'm playing Eckler over Cam Akers. It is close. You must have good running backs because Cam Akers is an RB1 this week.
That's right. Okay, out of Akers, Deontay Johnson, Godwin, or Ridley, who would you flex?
One of the – flex? Is this PPR?
PPR.
I'm going to have to go with Ridley.
Ridley here. No Julio. Going Ridley.
We've seen Ridley just put up huge numbers without Julio.
So here's another question about Ayuk. First round finals, should I start Keenan or flex Ayuk? Or should I bench – wait, hold on. Should I bench Keenan and start Ayuk and flex Beasley, or start Keenan and flex Ayuk?
I'd probably play Keenan and then flex Ayuk. I mean, you could. I mean, Beasley's not a bad option, but I mean that's close. But I have Keenan ranked higher, so I'll go Keenan Allen.
I would too. Hi, pick one: Keenan, Robbie Anderson, Robert Woods.
I will go Robert Woods there. He is dealing with a thigh issue. He was limited today. McVay said he's progressing and he's expected to go. In worst case scenario, you have another option. But Robert Woods against the Jets are terrible against the pass. The risk is obviously them taking a big lead, but I think they'll be passing in this game as well, in addition to Akers getting a big workload. So I'll play Robert Woods there.
Okay, I like it. All right, Cam Akers or Keenan Allen?
You can go Akers there. I mean, look, we could get screwed by Sean McVay. It's certainly possible. But it's 2 weeks in a row now that Cam Akers has had big workloads. They kept feeding him even in a blowout. I actually expected them to pull him and not keep giving him that workload. The game was over. He's had 10 days to rest. The Jets have been better against the run, but they lost one of their defensive linemen today to COVID. And I'm not worried about the matchup. So in that instance, yeah, you can go Cam Akers. He's safer.
All right. We are getting a ton of questions. I'm going to jump over to Facebook for a little bit, guys. We will come back to YouTube. Need one flex PPR. Goldman, Hooper, Pittman, or Lamb?
Goldman.
Goldman. I agree.
I like Pittman this week, but I've liked Pittman every week, and he's let me down. He'll probably have a big week this week. He'll have a big week this week as everyone looks at T.Y. Hilton.
I feel like T.Y. Hilton is set up to bust, but at the same time, how do you go away from T.Y. Hilton? He's had
it's hard not to play him with the way he's played lately and his career numbers against the Texans. Yeah, you got to play him.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't be surprised too if Pittman has the bigger game.
Totally. I need 2 of the 4 in a PPR. Josh Jacobs, Chris Carson, James Robinson, or Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is a no.
Yeah, I would go Robinson and Carson.
Me too. All right. Here's a Keenan Allen question from Rod. I have Allen, A-Rob, Juju, Godwin, and Hunt in a PPR. He's starting Chubb at running back already. I need 3. So Allen, A-Rob, Juju, Godwin. I'm going Allen, A-Rob, Godwin.
Yeah, I think I would do that too. I mean, again, Juju's got a solid matchup, but they spread the ball around.
Competition.
Yeah. I mean, look, this comes down to your personal risk. We're telling you what we would do, but everyone's different. Some people don't want to take any risk at all. And in that instance, Juju's not a bad fallback option, but I do have Keenan ranked higher right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's stick with Facebook. Hunt or Dobbins this week?
Dobbins.
I agree. It's such a good matchup versus Jacksonville. And like a simple eyeball test tells you that Dobbins is the best guy. And I know that we never know how they're going to roll over there, but I'm guessing they're going to get out to a lead and they can continue to just grind away in Jacksonville. And we just have to hope that they're going to give it to Dobbins and it won't be just Lamar running everywhere. But, I really like Dobbins this week. He's also really well priced on both DraftKings and FanDuel. Henry get a bump tonight with the Chargers wide receiver uncertainty.
Yeah, but like how much higher can you bump him at the tight end position? I think I have him ranked. Let me check. I know I have him ranked pretty high. I think 6 or 7. I have him 6. So yeah, it'll help him a little bit, maybe a few more targets. But in season long, you were starting Hunter Henry anyway. I can't imagine.
Right.
I mean, I guess you could have Henry and Tunyon, right? I would play Tunyon. All right. I guess you could have Henry and Hawkinson. So I guess it's possible, but I have him ranked 6th at tight end.
Henry actually the second most red zone targets on the Chargers. I looked it up earlier, so I do like Henry. Prop question. Josh Jacobs over 16.5 receiving yards and 3.5 receptions. Yes or no?
I'd have to kind of dig in and look. I kind of lean no. I think the Raiders do win this game. Jacobs too, let's not forget, he was a little banged up and it's a short week and he hates fantasy. So
right. I'm kind of leaning on the under there. Even though I want to see the over because I like Josh Jacobs. I don't even care that he hates fantasy.
I don't know if I touch those numbers. Like, why is that the ones you're picking out? Like,
I don't know. I have some props I looked at that Adam doesn't agree with. But I like Justin Herbert for over 9.5 rushing yards tonight. I think he's going to run more than 9.5 yards tonight. And I also kind of like him for I don't like him as much now that Keenan Allen is active, but I did like him for an anytime touchdown at plus 400.
So Jacobs had 3 catches for 25 yards last week on 5 targets in a game they played from behind. The week before, also playing from behind, 3 catches, 17 yards. So, he usually, if it's 3.5, he's been under that number every game this year except 2.
All right. We have A lot of questions rolling over on Periscope, so I'm going to jump over. I will come back to both YouTube and Facebook. All right, I need to flex. Jeff Wilson, Aguilar, Shepard, or Hines?
Yeah, I can't really answer on Wilson now. Raheem Mostert was limited in practice today, so play Aguilar tonight and then figure out the other one. If Mostert's out, you play Wilson.
I agree. And if Mostert isn't out, who would you play between Shepard and Hines? Hines?
I still might play Wilson because they're going to run a lot on Dallas.
That's what I was thinking. I'm not sure that Jeff Wilson's necessarily out of the conversation. He's been playing 85%. You're not playing Shepard. He's been playing 85% of the third down snaps, you guys, Jeff Wilson. So I figure Mostert's probably at least going to be limited at this point. I think Jeff Wilson is a decent play if it's obviously a deep league like this. You're not going to go out and start him over, I don't know, Cam Akers. Don't do that. All right, sit one, full PPR. Eckler, James Robinson, or Taylor? Ooh.
Oh, my goodness, man. I gotta say James Robinson. It's going against Baltimore. We've seen the numbers decline a little bit. He's been great this year, but Taylor gets Houston. Good shot for a touchdown. So tough call, but I'm gonna go Robinson there.
I agree. That's really tough. Keenan Allen or Wayne Goldman?
Keenan Allen. Right? I mean, come on, Wayne. I know Wayne Goldman's been solid this year, but it's a Sunday night game. Chase Daniel could be a quarterback. I got to go Keenan Allen.
I like Keenan Allen better too. Akers, Taylor, or Robinson, sit one.
Oh my goodness, really?
I'm sitting Akers.
I think I have to agree on that. Yeah, let me see what my rankings have because I'm pretty sure that's the way I have it. Even though I love Akers.
I love Akers too.
Yeah, I got Akers 2 spots behind. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's tough. All right. Herbert or Trubisky? I'm going Herbert.
Herbert.
Okay. Standard League, Deontay Johnson, McLaurin, Chark, Sanders. Need 2. I'm going McLaurin and Sanders.
So wait, Sanders, McLaurin, and who else?
Deontay Johnson and DJ Chark.
I will go Sanders, McLaurin too. I'm not afraid to play Deontay Johnson this week. I will say that. I understand. Look, the offense is better with him on the field. They did nothing without him. And I know there's the risk if he drops a pass early, but it's the Bengals, man. So I still have Deontay Johnson as a wide receiver 2 this week. I'm not scared.
Tannehill or Herbert? This is a question I've been getting a lot too.
I'm going to go Tannehill here. I have him 1 spot higher. The risk with Tannehill is if this game's
run.
But Tannehill still can give you 250, 2 touchdowns. So it is Detroit. Probably Stafford's not going to play. You figure this game is going to be a blowout, but it's the NFL. We've seen crazy stuff. But I would go Tannehill there.
Okay. Jacobs or Robinson?
Josh Jacobs or which Robinson? You know what?
James Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson.
Okay. Henry or Ingram? Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram?
Hunter Henry.
Not Derrick Henry or Mark Ingram. Hunter Henry.
I would have had to think for that one for a while. Yeah. Hunter Henry over Evan Ingram. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Sanders or Akers?
Akers.
Carr or Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill.
Dang it. I wanted you to say I need it to be Carr.
Well, I guess I don't think Breeze plays. You think Breeze plays? I don't.
No, I don't. But someone asked me this earlier, and I think the smart play is probably Taysom Hill, but my heart says it's Carr tonight. My heart says this is going to be a shootout, and that is probably completely untrustworthy. But I feel like Carr's going to have a good game.
Carr's played well this year, but there was also a spot this year we all loved him, and he crapped the bed.
Totally, of course. But the next day, his wife had a baby, and I think his brain was on something else. That's my theory.
I wish I would have known this before.
I didn't know that. So I got to check in with the ladies in your life. Is there anything going on? Is he about to propose?
They don't follow
a baby. Yeah, well, see, that's why you need us around every once in a while. We have unique perspectives.
I mean, look, I have them ranked closely, but Taysom Hill with his rushing upside in a game that they're going to need to put up points, I would go with him.
Okay. Need one in a PPR. Keenan Allen, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, T. Higgins, Jeff Wilson. You got to go Keenan Allen here.
I think so. If I knew Jeff Wilson was going to start without Mostert, I could
Right.
see the argument there. But in this instance, I have to go Keenan Allen. And again, just because we tell you Keenan Allen, if you really don't feel comfortable and you have a bad feeling,
Don't do it.
You don't have to do it. Remember, we're here to give you advice to help you. You don't have to listen to us. You might disagree. So if you're like, yeah, I don't agree with them, Keenan Allen's a major risk, you don't have to play him. We're giving you what we would do if we had your teams. Doesn't mean you have to listen to us 100%.
That's right.
And we hope to be right most of the time and help you out.
Hopefully. In a standard league, would you play Jeff Wilson or Gus Edwards?
If Mostert's out, it's definitely Jeff Wilson.
Easily.
If Mostert plays, it's a little closer. I mean, Edwards did have 2 touchdowns this week, only 7 carries.
Yeah, I'm still leaning Wilson here.
I'd probably go Wilson, but this is a good question for Howard and Jen on Sunday.
This is a great question. I am leaning Wilson, I'll tell you right now, because even with Mostert playing, I think he's going to be limited. I think Wilson's going to get goal line carries. Dallas has surrendered the 6th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Gus Edwards also in a great spot, but he's competing with J.K. Dobbins, maybe even Mark Ingram, and of course Lamar Jackson himself. Yeah. So I just think there's just a little more competition that Jeff Wilson just has a little bit more of an opportunity and even just practically just as easy of a matchup. All right, Ray.
Mostert's already said his ankle's going to be a problem the rest of the year.
Yeah, he said that like 2 weeks ago, and then he kind of didn't feel good in the last game, so I don't like it. Rank Carr, Hill, and Hurts. Good questions.
Hill, Hurts, Carr.
Hill, Hurts, Carr. Do you like Landry in PPR this week?
Yeah, he's got a good matchup in the slot there, and he's been getting targets. The weather does not remember, this is a Sunday night game. I live near MetLife for anyone who wants to stalk me. I'm going to look at the weather right now for Sunday on my phone. Whoa, chance of snow, 40%. We just had a huge snowstorm, but I don't know what time that's at. And it's only 40%, but 36 degrees, 30 at night. So it's going to be a cold game. But yeah, I'm not, as long as the wind's not crazy. Yeah, Landry's solid. I have him as a wide receiver 2, 3, borderline there. So top 25-ish. So yeah, Landry's been producing.
Jacobs or Gus Edwards? Jacobs. And don't get cute here, people.
Yeah. Hey, look, he's going to get the volume. You hope he's not had a good year. I've been disappointed in Josh Jacobs. Not as a person. In case Jacobs is watching, not as a person. No. Great person, great background story. It's never personal. And I will say, the people who do tweet and send DMs, you're wrong. And that's probably why he's pissed off. And I could understand him being mad, but not everyone who plays fantasy is like that. I've always said, never send these players DMs, messages on Twitter. Come to us and vent to us. That's what we're here for. Call in our radio shows. We vent. You can go dig through my Twitter timeline. I've never added at a player. It's not personal. You think they want to go out there and suck or not score a touchdown or drop it? They don't want to. It's their livelihood. Never attack them.
I think of this the same way. It's like, as a performer for many years, I don't know if you guys know, I performed in New York, and, you would come and if someone were betting on if Jen is going to have an awesome performance tonight and I didn't, do you think, and I got a bad review, do you think it would make me feel any better if on top of it, you're like, I thought you were going to be awesome and you were going to win the Tony Award and you didn't, you failed. Do you think that's going to make me feel any better, make me perform any better for you? It's not. I already feel like crap. Like, you're already under so much scrutiny, and you're so worried about people liking you and doing the right thing, and you're working hard. It just doesn't do anybody any good, and it just makes you not like people. So don't make Josh Jacobs not like people, please. We want Josh Jacobs to like people and to like fantasy football.
I think he handled it wrong. He's entitled to do what he wants, but I'm sure there's probably a ton of messages where he just got pissed off and said enough's enough. That's the problem. There's a lot of people who do attack these guys personally, and they don't deserve it.
They do. It's not their fault. Okay. Just like if you're in a really bad movie or a really bad show and you have a bad director, it's not your fault either. Okay. Just no. I don't know. Just whatever. Full PPR. Choose 3. Marvin Jones, Josh Jacobs, Chris Godwin, Melvin Gordon, DJ Moore, or DeAndre Swift.
Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah, that's a lot there.
Nice. Marvin Jones, Josh Jacobs, Chris Godwin, Melvin Gordon, DJ Moore, or DeAndre Swift. I'm kind of digging Swift this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Swift. I'm going to play Godwin
Godwin
and DJ Moore.
and DJ Moore. Okay, so we are sitting Jones, Jacobs, and Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay, Hawkinson or Mark Andrews?
This is a close one. I set out to put Hawkinson third, as I do most weeks, but with the question of Stafford at quarterback, I'm going to flip-flop and put Andrews 3 this week and Hawkinson 4. So, yeah, I lean Andrews right now. It's a tiebreaker. And look, Hawkinson can still have a good game. Chase Daniels has targeted him when he's been in there. But I think it's that close. So the tiebreaker is the quarterback. And even though Lamar Jackson can't throw that well this year, still better than Chase Daniel. So
I saw though that Hollywood Brown is out.
well, no, he's not out. He was placed
Not out?
he was placed on the COVID-19 list, but it was reported today not that he tested positive, that trace
He was
contact.
close contact.
So
okay, so he still has a chance to play.
He could be eligible before Sunday.
Okay. I am disseminating false information. Friends, do not listen to me. Big Ben or Watson?
I'm going Deshaun Watson. It looks like Brandon Cooks is going to play. I know he was limited again in practice today, but they're saying he's going to play. And Deshaun Watson, I know last week he didn't, but everything was stacked. He had no running back. All those receivers hurt, but Cooks should be back. He'll have Kiki QT. The Colts defense hasn't been as good as it was early in the year. I'm playing Deshaun Watson.
All right, I like it. Have Chubb and Mike Davis in a PPR. I need a flex between Hunt, Dobbins, and Aguilar. So he's already playing Nick Chubb. Dobbins for me too. Pick one: Ayuk, Woods, Justin Jefferson. I'm going Ayuk.
Is this PPR?
He doesn't say.
I'm going Brandon Ayuk too, but they're like ranked, like back to back essentially.
Yeah, just embarrassment of riches there. Allen or Moore?
That's close. I think I might have Allen one spot ahead of DJ Moore. So again, this comes down to if you feel Allen's risky, you got a good option at DJ Moore, who's going to play this week. They should be playing for about, I have Allen 20, DJ Moore 21. So
okay. Yeah, that's just your risk tolerance. If it were no injury, no snap count for Allen, I think this would be a clear Allen. But it's just a matter of how you feel. Pick one: Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, or David Montgomery. For me, it's Jonathan Taylor.
I have Aaron Jones ranked higher. I know he's been frustrating, but man, this is a great matchup. I think this could be an Aaron Jones week, so I'm going to go Aaron Jones. But
I think it should be an Aaron Jones week, but so should last week have been, and it wasn't. I don't know what their problem is. I think they just want it to be Aaron Rodgers week all the time, and therefore.
Oh no, it's Aaron Rodgers audibly placed so he can win MVP.
Yeah, I mean, totally it. And Aaron Jones is taking the brunt of that, so that's why I say Taylor. I agree. This should be Aaron Jones smash spot done, but I don't trust it. I'm grumpy about it. Keenan Allen or Ezekiel Elliott?
Keenan Allen, man.
Yeah, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, so
I went on a rant last night, and SiriusXM Fantasy tweeted it out as an audiogram, so you could hear it on their account. Did. Like Ezekiel Elliott's done nothing. Like people are starting him on name value. He's done nothing. He's got a cap issue. They have a bad offensive line.
Yeah, he's injured.
Zeke's not a must start. I have him ranked outside the top 20 running backs this week. He had a smash spot against the Bengals last week and did nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing. Can I trust Aguilar over Cooks? I would play Cooks.
I would play Cooks too. It's close. This kind of goes back to what you said too. Got a game tonight. You know he's playing. What if Cooks doesn't play? But I would go Cooks. But if you want to go Aguilar, I would not talk about.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Seattle or Cleveland defense?
Seattle has Washington. Let me see. What do I have? I have Cleveland higher. So Cleveland against the Giants. I mean, to be honest, you'd actually like Cleveland's defense better if Daniel Jones played, because Daniel Jones is more aggressive and turns it over more. Chase Daniels is going to play conservative. But I also think so. Chase Daniels was the quarterback when they beat Seattle, right?
Colt McCoy.
That's what I'm talking. Chase Daniels, Detroit. Colt McCoy. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So with Colt McCoy in there, he's going to be more conservative. But I think the Browns are going to be playing from ahead in this game. I just don't see the Giants So that's going to force McCoy to throw more. So I'm going Cleveland.
I said the exact same thing on the podcast earlier. I would prefer the defense if it were Daniel Jones.
Yeah, because he's going to fumble. He's going to throw interceptions, especially early in the game when it's close. McCoy's going to not take any chances.
Yeah, he's not going to take chances. Yeah.
But I think Cleveland bounces back and plays from ahead. As good as the Giants have been, just think Cleveland's a better football team.
Well, yeah, and they're without James Bradbury this time. They're not going to be able to limit to Cleveland as well. I think Cleveland's going to win this one. I have Adams, Hill, and Hilton. Would you start Deontay over Mike Davis?
Deontay Johnson over Mike Davis? No, because Mike Davis is getting huge volume. And Green Bay's weak
Mike
against
Davis. The matchup is good, too. Hi, Adam and Jen. Hi, Kim. I know you probably had this question a million times, but am I safe starting Keenan Allen and Herbert, or should I pivot to Godwin and Tannehill?
I like Tannehill a little bit better than Herbert. And Godwin, Allen, I think I have Godwin one spot higher, so it's very close. I don't know. I think this is a bounce back spot for Godwin this week. Atlanta's been terrible. And especially if I don't think Tampa Bay is going to run the ball a lot this week. Atlanta's been very good against the run the last few weeks. So I expect Godwin to bounce back. So if you want to, Godwin's one of those safe fallbacks for those that are worried about Keenan Allen.
I agree. Start 2, 4-point passing touchdown. Wilson, Herbert, or Hurts. So passing touchdowns are no more. Okay, so 4-point passing touchdowns. So that's what
I'm going to go Wilson and Herbert.
Wilson and Herbert. Keenan Allen or Godwin, do I take the risk in a half-point PPR?
Yeah, again, this comes down to your risk tolerance. I think Godwin is a little safer. So if you want to go safe, Godwin, if you're not worried about Keenan Allen, you can go him. But yeah, I have them ranked back to back. Godwin one spot higher. So whenever that's the case, it means it's real close. And the only reason why it's this close is there's some level of risk with Keenan Allen because maybe he doesn't finish the game. Maybe he is on a snap count.
Keenan or Lockett?
I have Lockett higher, but man, it's been a disappointment with him. It is a tough matchup as well, but
it's a tough matchup, but I think Russ is going to have to throw. I think they're going to have trouble running the ball against that front seven.
I have Lockett higher.
You have Lockett higher?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might go Keenan here too, though.
I'm okay
it's just your risk tolerance. But you know what? Lockett is such a good pivot if you're worried about Keenan. It's not like you're asking us about, Michael Gallup or Keenan Allen. Like, Lockett is a great pivot. So that's your risk tolerance. Would you start Allen, Guyton, Rashad Higgins, or Johnson? I'm assuming that's Deontay Johnson.
So, wait, it was...
Keenan Allen.
Right.
Guyton.
No.
No. Rashad Higgins.
No.
Or Deontay Johnson. I would start Allen here.
I have Deontay higher, but there's risk with him too with the drops. I'm not as concerned as everyone else. So it all depends on your feelings on Deontay Johnson.
Keenan Allen or Nelson Aguilar?
I will go Keenan Allen there.
I will too. Pick 2 4-point passing touchdowns. Wilson, Herbert, or Hurts?
We did that one. Wilson and Herbert. Yeah.
I thought it was Hill, Herbert, and Hurts. We did Wilson, Herbert, Hurts? Okay, Wilson and Herbert. Pick 2 quarterbacks, please. Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins.
Goff and Hurts for me. I don't want any part of Matt Ryan right now.
I don't either. I agree. Okay, Allen or Cup? Keenan Allen or Nelson Aguilar?
Keenan Allen.
And let's go over to Facebook for a little bit because we have a lot to catch up on. Okay. And blah, blah, blah. Need 1 running back and 1 flex. Goldman, McKissick, Lockett, and Cooper in a full point PPR.
Okay, so we got Lockett, Cooper, and who?
McKissick and Goldman. And we need a running back. So Goldman or McKissick?
I guess you got to go Goldman for more volume. And then it's Lockett or...
Cooper or McKissick for the flex.
I'll go Lockett.
Okay. Need 2 running backs from Montgomery, Jacobs, Zeke, Hines, and Wilson Jr.
Montgomery is in, and then
Okay.
Wilson if Mostert is out. But unfortunately, Jacobs is one of the options, right?
That's right.
Uh,
I think you play Jacobs tonight.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think you do. Hey guys, PPR, my running backs are Connor and Gibson. Neither are probably playing. I have Dobbins and Bowden. Would you pick up Lindsey to play over either one of them? Sony Michel is still out there, as well as Wilkins, Snell, and Mostert.
No, I would play Dobbins.
Dobbins for sure.
And as of now, I would play Bowden because he could be involved in the slot and catch a lot of passes.
Game as well.
Yep, it looks like Gesicki though is okay. I mean, I think he practiced today. Yeah. Parker, I don't know about, and Jakeem Grant. So this is what you're gonna have to wait on. I guess worst case scenario, you could pick up Benny Snell and play him against the Bengals. I hate it. He looked terrible a few weeks ago, but that was the Ravens. It is the Bengals. So I guess that could be the fallback. I'm not playing Lindsey, man. He doesn't get goal line carries. He's not involved in the passing game. And they're going to be, I think they'll be competitive with Buffalo, but they could be playing. I'm not playing Lindsey, no.
Okay.
But Dobbins is fine. You're good there, at least with Dobbins. I'm praying Antonio Gibson plays, but I don't think it's going to happen. At least come back, please.
Cup, Robinson, Curtis Samuel, Claypool, Wilson. I need 2 wide receivers and a flex. So
Which
Cup, Robinson.
Which Robinson?
I don't know. That's a good question. Ray, we let us know if it's James or Allen.
Well, it's Allen or James. They're in. So Robinson, and now we need what? 2 receivers, 2 flex?
We need Cup, Curtis Samuel, Claypool. We need 2 wide receivers and 1 flex in a full PPR.
All right, Robinson.
So our flex is Robinson. So now we have to get 2 wide receivers. Cup, Samuel, Claypool.
Cup and Samuel for me. Claypool snaps are down. I don't know what's going on. He's playing left. Oh, but Curtis Samuel was added to the injury report today. So
he was?
Yeah. I think it was I don't know if it was an ankle or a hammy, but he was added today. So
keep your eye on that.
Yeah.
Hurts or Rivers?
I have Rivers higher.
Okay. Standard defense, Washington or Vikings?
Let me see. What do I have? Washington. I'm going with the better defense. It's Washington. I know they play Seattle, but we've seen them turn it over. Let me just see what my rankings have. Wait, it was Washington and who? Minnesota?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have Washington higher. They're just a better defense.
Waller or Diggs?
Oh, boy. I got to go Diggs. Waller's been great, too, though. I got to go Diggs, man. Every week
I think you got to go Diggs.
Boatload of targets.
Target volume. Yeah. PPR, Corey Davis or Tyler Boyd?
Corey Davis. I mean, Tyler Boyd's got the quarterback. Brandon Allen might not start. It could be Finley against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I mean, I love Tyler Boyd. It sucks. I have him in leagues, and I'm just distraught with their quarterback situation. But I know Corey Davis is coming off his 2nd worst game of the season, but good matchup here, Corey Davis.
I agree. All right, PPR, need 2. Godwin, Perriman, Kirk, Antonio Brown, Darnell Mooney, or Michael Gallup.
Oh, that's terrible. Godwin.
And
have Antonio Brown ranked the highest of that group.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's just hope their passing game gets going because I was really disappointed last week. I know Brady only had 23 pass attempts, but come on, guys. You're coming off a bye. Put this together.
I agree. Tennessee or Kansas City defense?
I have Tennessee ranked higher. They're not a good defense, but it is Detroit. And, so I have Tennessee. It sucks when you have that crappy defense, but if Chase Daniels is the quarterback, all it takes is 6, 1 fumble return. So I'll go Tennessee.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. DJ Moore or Kiki Kuti in a PPR? You got to go DJ Moore, I think.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
All right. Awesome. Let's jump over here. Okay. Let me find where we are. Cousins, Hurts, Ryan, or Goff?
I have Goff ranked highest. The one risk with Goff, obviously, is if they build a big lead and it's a blowout. But the Jets are just so bad against the pass. So I'm going to go with Goff there.
And who would be your second quarterback out of that?
Jalen Hurts.
So Jalen Hurts and Jared Goff are who we're picking.
Yes.
Keenan Allen or Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, in that case, I'll go McLaurin. I know he's had a couple of down games here, but, Seattle has been better against the pass, but they've also faced some really bad offenses that don't do much. So McLaurin, I'll go McLaurin. I think he's a little safer than Keenan Allen this week.
Okay, if Stafford is out, do I play Gronk or Hawkinson?
I'm still going Hawkinson.
Okay. Dobbins or Akers in the flex in a non-PPR?
Akers.
Okay, Akers. 146 yards on the ground last week, something ridiculous like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Keenan Allen or Chase Claypool?
Keenan Allen. It's just, again, Chase Claypool for some reason, and I know the offense as a whole, but his snaps have been down. Even when Deontay Johnson came back on the field, it was more James Washington. And I know Claypool could get those goal line end arounds, but I'm going Keenan Allen here.
Jacobs or Aguilar, 40 touchdown bonus?
Well, I'd say Aguilar has a better shot at a 40-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say Aguilar is definitely.
But I would play Jacobs because Jacobs could get a rushing touchdown, a few catches, and so I'll go Jacobs.
Herbert, Hill, or Hurts? Hello?
Herbert.
Herbert, yeah. Who do you think will win tonight's game?
I think the Raiders win. I think they cover the 3.5. I think they bounce back. They've had a couple of bad losses here, and the Chargers are just a team that very difficult to trust.
They find a way to lose, no matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like we're winning. Oh crap! We better screw something up real quick.
Even last week they tried to screw it up. But another team that screws up as well. So I will take the Raiders to win this one.
But the Raiders did get that lucky break versus the Jets, so maybe they've turned their luck around. Cooper or Jacobs? I guess this is a flex question.
I usually like to go the running backs, but Cooper's actually been pretty good.
He's been very good.
I guess you got to go Jacobs, right?
I would go Cooper.
You would? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I'll go Cooper. Why not?
They're both strong starts, Gary. Follow your heart. We might be slightly split on this one, but Montgomery or Akers? That's
Akers.
Tough. McLaurin, Cooks, or Marvin Jones in a non-PPR?
I'm going McLaurin, man. I know he's disappointed, but I feel like he could bounce back. I guess also, you know what? I forgot about that. We have to see who starts. What if it's Dwayne Haskins? Alex Smith is not practicing. They're being cautious. They are going to wait, but yeah, it could be a problem for McLaurin if Haskins is quarterback. So I kind of wait on this.
Okay. Browns D or Seattle D?
Browns. Then again, if Haskins is the quarterback, maybe Seattle. So yeah, that's. But right now I have Cleveland ranked higher.
Yeah, wait to find out who the quarterbacks are, guys. I think this is maybe a Sunday morning question. We have time on that one. Ayuk, A-Rob, or McLaurin? I need two.
Ayuk and Allen Robinson.
Ayuk and A-Rob for me too, as well. Herbert or Tannehill?
We've been asked this question several times tonight. I have Tannehill one spot ahead of Herbert.
Okay, Carr or Herbert? I'm going Herbert here. Need 2 and a flex in a PPR. There's 1 point for every 20 yards, not 10. Mike Davis, Swift, Akers, David Johnson, Nelson Aguilar. 2 and a flex.
Mike Davis, Akers, and who was the other one? Aguilar and who?
Swift, David Johnson, or Aguilar.
I'm going to go Swift.
Yep. Montgomery, Robinson, Akers, Sanders, Mike Davis, sit one.
Oh my goodness. So repeat that again, please.
Montgomery, Robinson, Akers, Sanders, Mike Davis, sit one.
Wow. It's either Montgomery or Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Oh man, this is tough. Let me see
I'm
what
gonna
the.
sit Montgomery,
Yeah, that's what I was leaning to as
but
well.
it's tough.
Yeah, probably him. I mean, he didn't get huge volume last week. He had the big run, which he barely. I don't know how he made it to the end zone. He looked slow, but yeah, it's a tough one. A good problem to have.
Swift or Jacobs?
I'm going Swift. I know the volume wasn't great, but this guy's just so explosive. It doesn't take much for
And
him to.
Tennessee's easy to run on.
Yeah, and maybe Daniels checks down to him a little bit. So I'm going Swift. I just think he's a dynamic player that doesn't need huge volume to produce.
Keenan Allen or Deontay Johnson in a standard league?
Going Deontay Johnson.
Go ahead and start Keenan Allen tonight or go with T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
I think I have Keenan higher, but man, it's a tough. Oh no, I do have Hilton higher. All right, T.Y. Hilton it is. Damn, I have him that high. Damn.
Hilton
Okay.
it is. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm just kidding. All right. Montgomery or Akers?
Akers.
McLaurin Cooks or Marvin Jones in a non-PPR? Pick only one. McLaurin.
Yeah, McLaurin right now, if Haskins goes, I might go Brandon Cooks.
Agree. Goff or Wilson?
Oh, I'm going Russ. I know he hasn't been great.
Russ.
It's a tough matchup, but like, Russ can go off in any matchup. I got to go Russ there.
I'm glad you're saying that. I need him to. Herbert or Hurts?
I'm going to go Herbert.
I have Herbert tonight, but should I pick up Carr, Rivers, or Matt Ryan? No.
Yeah,
You
no.
should play Herbert tonight. Browns D or Indy D?
I think I have the Browns higher. So I know Indy's. Yeah, I mean, Watson, we'll have Cooks back. I have Cleveland higher. Yeah, Cleveland.
Okay. Swift or Jacobs?
I'm going Swift.
Swift or Jacobs? Browns D or okay, we got that. Oh, they're starting to slow down the questions. All right, we are about 7 minutes to the end. Adam, any more thoughts about, you want to say anything else about Keenan Allen?
Yeah, again, it comes down to your personal preference. We answered a ton of questions with Keenan Allen tonight. I feel like in most of them, we went Keenan Allen. I have him ranked right around 20 in all formats. So there's risk, of course. You know, he could go out there, get injured early. He could finish the game. We've heard players on snap counts this year that turned out not to be true. That's the thing. Keenan Allen could go out there and be like, hey, I'm fine. I'm good to go. And they go, all right, we're not going to limit. He's a veteran. I think they're going to defer to him. So if he's out there and he says, I'm good, I feel fine, I can do it. I'm running short routes, I'm under control. They're going to let him be out there. So there's major risk. There's no clear-cut answer. There's certain instances where we're confident and we'll tell you that. And there's other instances where no one really knows. I mean, Keenan Allen could play the whole game, be fine. He could go out there, get hurt early. There's so many different outcomes here, which is why we pushed him down. If there was no risk tonight, he'd be top 12. You'd lock him in, no questions asked. And it's a playoff week, so I know it's a very important week for everyone. You just have to make the determination. Regardless of what we tell you, we're here to give you advice. You don't have to listen, but they don't. I mean,
you don't, and that's what's really important that I think everybody needs to remember. Ultimately, this is your team. We're giving you advice. We're telling you how we would play, and understand that sometimes we make plays that don't work out for us too. We're giving you the smartest play, the least amount of risk, or we're telling you, look, you would play this if you have more risk. We're trying to tell you what we think you should do and what we would do. That is not necessarily what you will do, and that's okay. You don't have to do what we say. And if you go against your gut to do something we say and it doesn't work out, it's still your team.
Right.
See?
And here's the other thing too. Not that, and tonight's Keenan Allen situation has nothing to do with others, but we've seen a lot of situations this year. Players come in and there's some risks. We talked about Aaron Jones, Julio Jones, Austin Eckler. These guys go out there and they play well. Even DeAndre Swift last week, people were worried about, and he found the end zone.
I was worried about him, and he had a great game.
So, in most instances, I'm playing Keenan Allen. Again, don't start Tyler Boyd, CeeDee Lamb, and guys like that over Keenan Allen. In other situations,
you can start Brandon Ayuk. You can start Tyler Lockett. You can start Chris Godwin. There's a small section of guys who would start over Keenan Allen because he may be on the snap count. But the talent, the targets, the most targeted receiver in the NFL this year, I don't see how you don't start Keenan Allen in most cases. We're getting just a couple more questions are just rolling in here real fast. Adam, Lockett or Godwin?
Lockett.
Hunter Henry, Logan Thomas, or Gronk?
Henry.
Agree. Cooper or Cup in DK, half point PPR, start two. Start two.
In DK?
Then Cooper and Cup. I don't understand the question. Try again, Gary. See, maybe I'm missing something. PPR, start one. Aguilar, Wayne Goldman, Jarvis Landry, or Jeff Wilson Jr.?
Probably Wilson. If Mostert's outside, wait. I know you have Aguilar tonight, but I wait.
Yeah, you don't need to start Aguilar tonight. Marvin Jones or Keenan Allen? For me, this is a Keenan Allen because we don't even know if Matt Stafford is playing.
Marvin Jones could be with Chase Daniel. It could be a disaster. So, yeah, I'm going Keenan Allen.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's it. We are wrapping it up. You guys, congratulations for making it this far into your playoffs. Have a great time tonight. Thursday night football is actually going to be a pretty good game, I hope. Certainly Monday night was. That was a lot of fun to watch. I hope tonight is as much fun. I hope you guys all win. If you don't, that's okay. You can cry to us. We'll be your shoulder to cry on. But there's a lot of moves that can be made between now and Sunday. So let's win some championships, right, Adam?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get those W's.
Let's do it. Let's get those dubs. By the way, Adam, we both advanced in the Greenwich Street Tavern League, yeah?
Yeah, we're Fantasy Alarm has 3 of the 8 teams in the semifinals. So with you, myself, and Howard Bender in 2 separate leagues. So good luck to you guys. You had a huge week last week that even catapulted you up the overall championship board.
Yeah, I don't know. I got very lucky, guys. I got very lucky last week. Let's hope luck continues. But it's been fun playing no matter what. And it is fun to see 3 Fantasy Alarm people up in the top 8 of that league. Lots of fun. So good luck to you, Adam, and good luck to all of you out there. We will be active in the chat if you have any questions, answering your start sit questions. And on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time, Howard Bender and I will be back for you to answer your final questions for your Sunday lineups. In the meantime, go out.